About some of the special reactions of phenol. In the last lecture, we have completed about one reaction, that is Reimer-Tiemann reaction. One of the important reaction of phenol. What's the product obtained in Reimer-Tiemann reaction? If chloroform is used, then the compound is salicylaldehyde. Instead of that, if carbon tetrachloride is used, then the compound is salicylic acid. So two products are obtained depending upon the use of chloroform and carbon tetrachloride. Phenol plus chloroform plus NaOH gives rise to salicylaldehyde, whereas phenol reacts with carbon tetrachloride and sodium hydroxide, it gives what? Salicylic acid. Those are the two reactions of Reimer-Tiemann reaction. So after that Reimer-Tiemann reaction, next reaction is said to be which one? That is Kolbe's reaction. That is another important reaction is Kolbe's reaction. You heard about this Kolbe's reaction, you have studied in class 11, preparation of alkane, alkene and alkynes. In the preparation of alkane, alkene, alkyne, you have studied about Kolbe's electrolysis of sodium or potassium salt of respective carboxylic acids. But here, Kolbe's reaction in case of phenol, it is meant for the conversion of phenol into salicylic acid. In case of Kolbe's reaction also, phenol gets converted into what? Salicylic acid. So here the phenol is converted into salicylic acid compound. So phenol is converted into what? Phenol to salicylic acid. This is the reaction which takes place in Kolbe's reaction, right? Phenol is converted into salicylic acid compound. So how this reaction takes place? How phenol gets converted into salicylic acid? If I write the reaction, only the reaction, this is the phenolic compound OH, when it is heated with sodium hydroxide NaOH plus carbon dioxide at a temperature of carbon dioxide followed by hydrolysis 140 degrees Celsius and 6 to 7 atmospheric pressure. Under these conditions, the compound obtained major product is what? This is OH and this is COOH. This compound is known as, common name is going to be what? Salicylic acid. The compound is what? Salicylic acid. Plus some other byproducts are found to be liberated out. So how do you convert this particular phenol into salicylic acid and what is the mechanism behind this one? This reaction can also be represented as, it is also represented as same reaction. This phenol, the phenol compound is heated with sodium hydroxide and carbon dioxide first. It is NaOH. Next substance is carbon dioxide at 140 degrees Celsius under 6 to 7 atmospheric pressure. What happens here? At these conditions, the compound obtained here is, this is OCOONA. A compound is obtained, an intermediate compound is produced, OCOONA. This compound undergoes rearrangement. When the compound undergoes rearrangement, so the product is OH and this is COONA. So further this one is subjected to hydrolysis. When hydrolysis is carried out, it gives OH and this is what? COOH. Now this compound is what? Salicylic acid. This is another way to explain about this reaction called as Kolbe's reaction. Here also phenol converts into salicylic acid, only directly we have mentioned the product, and here first phenol on treatment with sodium hydroxide and carbon dioxide. At this condition it forms an intermediate which undergoes rearrangement to form this sodium salicylate compound. Sodium salicylate on acidification, it gives us what? Salicylic acid. So this is the reaction applicable for the what? Kolbe's reaction. Then what is the mechanism behind this reaction? How this mechanism is considered? The mechanism of this reaction, mechanism of Kolbe's reaction, if you consider. First what happens? In the first step, this is the phenolic compound. What? OH is there. this OH first it combines with sodium hydroxide, that is OH minus of sodium hydroxide combines with the phenol. As a result, elimination of proton takes place. When proton is eliminated, it forms O minus. This is minus H2O. When this phenoxide ion is produced here, further this phenoxide ion comes in contact with what? Carbon dioxide, that is C double bond O, and this is double bond O. At a temperature of 140 degrees Celsius and 6 to 7 atmospheric pressure condition. What is the nature of carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is commonly called as an electrophile species. Any species containing pi electrons, pi bonds are always electrophiles, remember. Now here, these electrons are shifted over oxygen atom. Naturally, carbon atom carries what charge? Positive charge. Oxygen atom carries negative charge. Now these electrons, pi electrons are shifted over this one. Negatively charged carbon atom is formed here. Between negatively charged carbon atom and negatively charged oxygen atom, yesterday we have discussed. C minus is stronger nucleophile when compared to what? O minus. Carbon with negative charge is said to be stronger nucleophile with what compared to oxygen atom with negative charge. So this particular carbon dioxide attacks on carbon atom carrying what charge? Positive charge. As a result, I'll write the next product. This is double bond. This is double bond. It is going to be what? These electrons are going to be shifted here. As a result, double bond O is there. Next one. This is carbon and double bond O. This is O minus. And here one hydrogen is present. Okay. So this is the intermediate octet here. So this compound, to retain the aromaticity, now this compound is not an aromatic compound. To retain the aromaticity, what happens here? So these electrons of carbon hydrogen bond are shifted over this one, and this H plus is added to oxygen atom with negative charge. As a result, these 5 electrons are shifted over oxygen atom. So the next molecule obtained here it is double bond here, double bond here. Next one, this is also going to be double bond. It is O minus, right? When this H plus is added to this COO, this is OH. Now the molecule is going to be this one, COOH is obtained. Further, this compound on acidification after treatment with an acid, so the final product is going to be which one? This is double bond, double bond, double bond. What is this one? That is with a single bond. OH is there. This is going to be OH. Next one, it is C double bond OH. What is the name of this compound? So this compound is known as what? Salicylic acid. So this is the mechanism which is applicable for Colway's reaction. Remember here, C double bond O. This one serves as an electrophile. It is an electron deficient species. This electrophile attacks on the negatively charged carbon atom because of the shift of that 5 electrons. That is a mechanism applicable for which reaction? Colway's reaction. In both Reimer reaction as well as Colway's reaction, phenol is converted into salicylic acid, but reagents are found to be different. In the conversion of phenol into salicylic acid by Reimer reaction, we use compound CCl for carbon tetrachloride, but here we are using what? Carbon dioxide. Remember, phenol plus sodium hydroxide and carbon dioxide, wherever it is there, under this condition, it is always what? Colway's reaction. In the examination, especially in board examination, if you asked to write, explain the conversion of phenol into salicylic acid, the confusion whether to go with Colway's reaction or Reimer reaction. You write any reaction for the conversion of phenol to salicylic acid. If you ask the reason either CCl4, you have to go with Reimer reaction. If it is carbon dioxide, then you have to consider what? Colway's reaction. That is the difference. Simply if they ask to explain the conversion of phenol to salicylic acid, either you can go with this reaction or you can consider Reimer reaction. But if the reactions are found to be this one, it is Colway's reaction, and instead of that, if it is going to be what? CCl4, then it is Reimer reaction. Copy this reaction, we will go to next reaction, Colway's reaction. Okay. Mechanism, just to copy, I will do this reaction, only this part. After this Kolbe's reaction, next one, number 3, is coupling reaction. Coupling reaction. What happens in case of coupling reaction? One aromatic compound combines with another aromatic compound. Here coupling reaction we can explain by taking benzene diazonium salt. Now this is the compound. This is N, triple bond N, this is Cl. Right? This is with the positive charge, Cl is negative charge. Plus, this is hydrogen, and this is going to be which compound? It is phenol. This compound is called as BDC. What BDC stands for? Benzene diazonium chloride. What's the name of this compound, students? Phenol. Phenol. When this reaction is carried out under basic medium, that is pH of the solution is in between 9 to 10. pH 9 to 10 means it is basic medium. Above 7 it is always what? Basic medium. In case of basic medium, what happens? Elimination of this HCl takes place. When elimination of this HCl takes place, these electrons are shifted over here. Now the compound operates here it is. This is the molecule N, double bond N, and next one is going to be, this is with the phenolic group, that is OH, plus HCl. So this is a product obtained in case of this coupling reaction, and this molecule is called as para-hydroxy. Para-hydroxy. Compared to this one, it is called as ortho, it is meta, this is para. Para-hydroxy azobenzene. Aza refers to the compound containing nitrogen. This compound is having what? Orange dye. It is having orange color. It is para-hydroxy azobenzene. So this is an example for what? Coupling reaction. Again, we have to discuss the same reaction in case of organic compound containing nitrogen, especially in diazonium salt. There, diazonium salt combines with phenol to form para-hydroxy azobenzene. Then also it is called as coupling reaction. Here, we are discussing this coupling reaction with respect to what compound here? Phenol. Phenol reacts with benzene diazonium chloride. In basic medium, it forms para-hydroxy azobenzene, and this reaction is known as coupling reaction. Right? When two rings are fused together in presence of nitrogen, so it is called as azobenzene compound. What's the valency of nitrogen in that product, students? Both nitrogen atom have what? Valency of 3 each, so it is a stable compound. After this coupling reaction, next one, fourth reaction. After coupling reaction, next one is going to be fourth. That is action with phthalic anhydride. Action with phthalic anhydride. How this phenol reacts with the phthalic anhydride compound? Phthalic anhydride. So this reaction is nothing but formation of phenolphthalein. PHALEREN. Formation of phenolphthalein. I think you heard about this phenolphthalein compound. It is used as an indicator in acid-base titration. Indicator to know the completion of the reaction by changing the color of the solution. That is used as an indicator in case of acid-base titration. So how the formation of phenolphthalein takes place in presence of that is by using phenolic compound. What is phthalic anhydride? Phthalic anhydride refers to, if you go with anhydride means it is a compound obtained by elimination of water. If you observe one compound, this is what COOH and this is what COOH. When water molecule gets eliminated in presence of suitable dehydrating agent, minus H2 is there. So the compound is C double bond O, this is C double bond O, this is oxygen. So this compound is known as phthalic anhydride. It is known as what? Phthalic anhydride. Now here how this phenol reacts with phthalic anhydride. That is reaction I explained only for what? Just to know what is the structure of phthalic anhydride. Now the reaction takes place here. This is the compound of phthalic anhydride. Observe carefully. This is C double bond O double bond O. This is oxygen. Phthalic anhydride. When this phthalic anhydride reacts with the phenol, this is phenol OH, and here this is one hydrogen atom is there, and one more phenolic molecule is taken. This is also phenolic molecule, right? Phenolic molecule is taken. This is phenol. It is OH. This is what? H. When this phthalic anhydride combines with the phenol in presence of what? In presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. What's the role of concentrated sulfuric acid, students? It acts as a good dehydrating agent. Just you observe this H and oxygen is eliminated as water molecule. After elimination of those hydrogen as well as oxygen, what's the product here? Just you observe product. This is C double bond O. This is carbon. Next one is going to be the phenyl group is present here. This is OH. Next, this one is OH. It is OH. And here it is oxygen plus H2O. Now this compound is known as what? This compound is commonly known as phenolphthalein. It is known as what? Phenolphthalein. This first phenol is because of presence of phenol. Phthalate means it is because of phthalic anhydride compound. Phthalic anhydride is a compound obtained from what? Dehydration of which compound? It is known as phthalic acid. This compound is called as phthalic acid. Here, this reaction is not necessary. This reaction is going to be important, which is written with black ink. This is phthalic anhydride. This is phenol with concentrated sulfuric acid as a dehydrating agent which eliminates water. So this is the compound that is phenolphthalein compound. What is the use of this one? It is used as an acid-base indicator in case of titrations. Copy it first. Fourth one, action with phthalic anhydride. Right? I'll remove only this reaction. Remaining copy that. Okay, next. After this reaction number 5, that is hydrogenation. Hydrogenation. What is hydrogenation? Addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen is commonly known as hydrogenation. So when phenol double bond, this is OH, right? When hydrogen gas is passed over this one in presence of nickel at a temperature of around 200 degrees Celsius. These are the three double bonds, so 3 moles of hydrogen should be considered. Hydrogen, after addition of this hydrogen to this molecule, double bond gets converted into single bond, and this is the OH group. There is no double bond. This is commonly called as cyclohexanol. It's not phenol, it is known as cyclohexanol. This is known as phenol. Phenol converts into cyclohexanol compound in the process of what? Hydrogenation. What is hydrogenation? Addition of hydrogen, double bond gets converted into what? Single bond. If you take benzene only, when benzene gets dehydrogenated, benzene gets hydrogenated, what's the product here? It is cyclohexane. When toluene is hydrogenated, what's the compound? Methyl cyclohexane. So totally this group remains same, but only double bond gets converted into what? Single bond. So here the compound is what? Cyclohexanol compound. This is commonly known as addition of hydrogen or hydrogenation reaction. Okay. Next. After this hydrogenation, number 6, it is oxidation. It is oxidation. What happens when phenol is subjected to oxidation? Addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen is known as oxidation process. In the process of oxidation, oxidation can be carried out by using different reagents. Especially in case of phenol, this is OH. When phenol is subjected to oxidation in presence of two different reagents, products are also different. When oxidizing agent and reducing agents are found to be different, most of the cases products are found to be different. If oxidation of phenol takes place in presence of K2Cr2O7 and H2SO4, potassium dichromate in acidic medium can act as a very good oxidizing agent. In presence of that oxidizing agent, the product of it is going to be this. So this compound is known as para-benzoquinone compound. What's the name of this product? Para-benzoquinone in presence of this reagent. If the same phenol is oxidized, this is phenol. If the same phenol is oxidized in presence of alkaline solution of K2S2O8, K2S2O8, potassium persulfate. The important and major product is going to be OH. This is OH. We have discussed in the nomenclature of phenol this compound. It is commonly IUPAC name of this compound is what? Benzene 1, 4 diol. Benzene 1, 4 diol. Whether it is called as catechol or resorcinol or quinol. 1,2 position it is called as catechol. If OH is present at 1,9,2 catechol. If it is 1,9,3 it is called as resorcinol. If it is going to be 1,9,4 it is commonly known as quinol compound. Common name is phenol and IUPAC name is what? Benzene 1, 4 diol compound. So this is the formation of two different products during the process of what? Oxidation of this particular phenol. So phenol gives rise to this para-benzoquinone in presence of potassium dichromate and H2SO4, whereas same phenol gives what? This phenol compound, that is 1,4 isomer in presence of alkaline solution of what? What is K2S2O8 students? It is potassium persulfate. Potassium persulfate compound. And the conversion of phenol into this phenol compound is known as Yells oxidation process. What is the name of this reaction? It is Yells oxidation reaction for the formation of this phenol compound. Yells oxidation process. So this is about oxidation of phenolic compound. Copy this one. Next, we'll remove this part. Some of the compounds of phenols are used in medicines. What are the compounds of phenol which are used in medicines? Here, write compounds of phenol used as medicines. Some compounds we have to discuss here. First one, Celol. It is phenyl salicylate compound. Phenyl salicylate is commonly known as Celol compound. What is the meaning of this Celol or phenyl salicylate compound? So this compound can be obtained when OH, this is COH. What is the name of this compound? It is known as salicylic acid. It is salicylic acid. When salicylic acid is treated with phenol itself. Phenol I write as C6H5OH. You can write in cyclic structure. Makes no difference. In presence of POCl3. What is the role of POCl3? Dehydrating agent, which eliminates water molecule. this OH and this H are eliminated. When OH and H are eliminated, this is OH. What is the compound obtained here? It is COOC6H5. COOC6H5. This OH and this H are eliminated, plus H2O is obtained. So this compound is commonly known as what? It is the compound Celol. Celol is also known as phenyl salicylate compound. This group is called as salicylate group except C6H5. So you can write the structure of this compound as, if you want to write in cyclic format, this is C double bond O, right? It is O. This is going to be C6H5. So this compound is known as phenyl salicylate. It is used as an intestinal antiseptic. This compound is used as an intestinal antiseptic compound. Remember. So this compound is known as celol compound, which is obtained from the phenol. Phenol with salicylic acid gives rise to celol compound, that is used as intestinal antiseptic compound. Next one, the second compound which is obtained from phenol is number 2. Very, very common drug nowadays. It is paracetamol. Paracetamol. It is one of the most common drug nowadays to reduce body temperature. It is also known as 4-acetamidophenol. 4-acetamidophenol compound. This is the phenolic derivative. How this compound is obtained? You see, this is the compound phenol OH. When it is treated with dilute HNO3, tell me the product fast. Already we have discussed in electrophilic substitution reaction. OH, this will be NO2 plus one more isomer, para isomer, OH, and this is NO2. What's the name of this compound, students? Orthonitrophenol. This is what? Para-nitrophenol. Phenol is treated with dilute nitric acid. It gives rise to orthonitrophenol and para-nitrophenol. So this compound, only this compound is treated with NaBH4, any reducing agent, sodium borohydride. This sodium borohydride reduces NO2 group to what? NH2 group. When NO2 converts into NH2, this is OH is there. Next one is going to be what? NH2 group. What is the name of this compound? It is para-nitrophenol. Already here, para-nitrophenol compound, right? But this is para-nitrophenol. What is the name of this one? Para-aminophenol or 4-aminophenol. Makes no difference. Para-aminophenol. Further, this compound is treated with AC2O. What's the name of this reaction? Acetic anhydride. Acetic anhydride compound. Already we have used in case of esterification reaction acetic anhydride. CH3C double bond O. CH3C double bond O. This is oxygen. Now this compound is called as acetic anhydride. But this acetic anhydride is treated with para-aminophenol. So the product is, this is OH and this is NHCOCH. Now this compound is known as what? It is known as paracetamol. What is the function of paracetamol? Paracetamol is acting as an antipyretic, not antiseptic, antipyretic. Antipyretic means which reduces body temperature. Any compound which reduces body temperature is known as antipyretic compound. In addition to that, it is also used as an analgesic drug. Analgesic refers to what? Analgesic refers to the chemical substance which relieves body pain. If it relieves body pain, then it is called as analgesic. Relieves, this one relieves body pain. If it relieves body temperature, it is called as antipyretic, and this paracetamol is the substance which relieves body temperature as well as body pain, so it is used as an antipyretic as well as analgesic compound. So this is the structure of paracetamol, that is known as what? The para-acetaminophenol. One is Celon, next one is going to be para-acetaminophenol. Some more compounds of this phenol are used in medicine. You can consider that one. Number 3, copy it. Another compound, that is the component of Dettol. The component of Dettol, just I am giving the structure of this one. It is OH, this is Cl, this is CH3, this is CH. What's the name of this one? It is 4-chloro-3,5-dimethyl-phenol. 4-chloro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4-chloro-3,5-dimethyl-phenol. It is one of the component, and it is not called as Dettol. It is one of the component and the substance present in case of Dettol. What is the function of Dettol? Everybody knows the function of Dettol. It is used as an antiseptic. Dettol is used as an antiseptic compound. So it's one of the composition is going to be, major composition is going to be 4-chloro-3,5-dimethyl-phenol. Some other compounds are also there, but those are not the derivatives of phenol. But OH group is present on the benzene ring commonly. Fourth one is commonly known as the aspirin. Aspirin is 2-acetoxy-benzoic acid. 2-acetoxy-benzoic acid is known as aspirin compound. 2-acetoxy-benzoic acid. Here this is COCH3 and this is COOH. Now this compound is called as aspirin. What is the main function of this aspirin? It is used as an antipyretic. What is antipyretic, student? Which relieves, this one relieves body temperature. Body temperature. The person is having very high fever. During that period, if you consider, if you take antipyretic, that is aspirin, or so many different types of names, Discrin is there. So those are relieving body temperature. Body temperature is lowered. So this compound is what? Aspirin. Its chemical name is 2-acetoxy-benzoic acid. Like that. Even one more compound is there. Number 5 can consider, that is oil of wintergreen. Commonly called as oil of wintergreen. Chemically it is known as methyl salicylate compound. Methyl salicylate. During the winter time, it is going to be used commonly, oil of wintergreen. Its structure, it is OH and COOCH3. This compound is called as methyl salicylate compound. That is oil of wintergreen compound. These are all the components of what? The phenolic products. Okay. This is about the chemical properties of phenols. We have discussed number of reactions related to the phenol. Reactions because of OH group, reactions because of that benzene nucleus, and some special reactions we have discussed: Kolbe's reaction, Reimer-Tiemann reaction, oxidation reaction, hydrogenation, coupling reaction. So many reactions we have discussed in relation to what? Phenol. Here I am not covering only the reactions which are given in NCERT. Even all these, some reactions are not mentioned in case of NCERT. Even some of the important point by considering the view of competitive examinations, and I explained about even other reactions of this phenol, alcohols, as well as in the previous lecture about haloalkenes and haloarenes. This is about complete phenol. In this topic, alcohols, phenols and ethers, we have completed about alcohols. We have completed about which one? Phenols. Okay. Next I will start with the ether, just to copy this point. Right? Next, after completion of these Compounds of phenols. Next one is about ethers. Ethers. What are ether compounds? Ethers are generally represented as alkoxy-alkane compounds. These are known as alkoxy-alkane compounds. These compounds are represented by general formula CnH2n plus 2. This is oxygen. General formula applicable for this compound is what? CnH2n plus 2, that is going to be O. These compounds are represented as ROR dash, where R and R dash are found to be alkyl or aryl groups. R and R dash are referred to be as alkyl or aryl groups. Alkyl or aryl groups. Those compounds are generally called as what? Ethers. General representation is ROR dash only, and this general formula is CnH2n plus 2O. This is very similar to alcohols. Alcohols are also represented by CnH2n plus 2O. Here R and R dash may be both are found to be alkyl or both are found to be aryl, or one alkyl and another one found to be what? Aryl group. And because these compounds are having similar general formula compared to alcohols, so these compounds are generally called as the functional isomers. Functional isomers of alcohols. Ethers are functional isomers of alcohols. Okay, because general formula is going to be same. If you take the compound CH3, it is CH2OH. Is it alcohol or phenol? OH group is an alcohol. What is the isomer of this one? Functional isomer CH3O. This is CH3. Count the number of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. 2 carbon are there, here also 2 carbon. Hydrogen 6 are there here, 3 plus 3 6. 1 oxygen atom. But here functional group is going to be alcohol. Here functional group is going to be what? Ether. This is an alcohol and this is going to be ether, having same molecular formula. So these are what? Functional isomers of what? Alcoholic compounds. Then what are the different types of ethers we come across in our discussion? The types of ether compound generally we come across. Ether compounds. Next one you can write the types of ethers. What are the different type of ether compounds? First one, aliphatic ethers. First one is aliphatic ethers. As the name itself indicates, these are having open chain structure. There is no any cyclic ring. Wherever there is only open chain is present, those are known as aliphatic ethers. You can take this example CH3, CH2O, this is CH2, this is CH2, this is CH3. All these are aliphatic ethers. Second type is called as aromatic ethers. It is aromatic ethers. Aromatic ethers. In case of aliphatic ethers, R and R dash both are alkyl groups. If both are alkyl groups, it is going to be aliphatic ether. But in case of aromatic ether, R is alkyl group and R dash is must be, you can consider aryl group, or reverse is also possible. Makes no difference. If R is aryl group, R dash will be what? Alkyl group. The best example for this aromatic ether, it is OCH3. It is an aromatic ether because of the presence of cyclic ring. You can go with another compound. This is O and C2H5. Any alkyl group you can join there. That becomes what? Aromatic ethers. Aliphatic ethers and aromatic ethers are one type. Next one, these are also called as symmetrical ethers. Another type is going to be symmetrical ethers. What are symmetrical ethers? If R is equal to R dash, both the groups are found to be same. That is called as symmetrical ether. CH3OCH3 symmetrical. C2H5 OC2H5 symmetrical ether. If both the alkyl groups are found to be almost same, it is known as symmetrical ether. Next one is unsymmetrical ether. What is unsymmetrical ether? Unsymmetrical ethers are those compounds where R group is not equivalent to R dash group. If both R and R dash are not same, then it is called as unsymmetrical ether. You can take the example just as mentioned here. I think that is not visible. CH3OC2H5. This is unsymmetrical ether. It may be an aliphatic or aromatic, that doesn't matter. CH3O. This is C6H5. Here, this group and this group are different. These two groups are different, but here these two groups are same symmetrical. These two groups are same symmetrical. When groups are found to be different, it is called as what? Unsymmetrical ether. So totally 4 types of ethers we have: aliphatic ethers, open chain structure only; aromatic ethers, which have the benzene nucleus; symmetrical ethers, where R and R dash are found to be similar; unsymmetrical ether. Here, in case of that unsymmetrical ether, one alkyl group is not similar to what? Another alkyl group. That is different types of ethers we come across generally. Copy this one. We'll go to next point. After this, ether compounds. Just I'll remove this part. Copy it. Okay. Next, after the introduction as well as types of ethers, next one is nomenclature of ethers. Nomenclature of ethers. How to write IUPAC name of ether compounds. Nomenclature of ethers. Already I have mentioned very clearly. These ethers are commonly known as alkoxy alkane. Commonly known as alkoxy alkane. Alkoxy alkane refers to, in case of this one example, if you consider CH3OCH3. CH3OCH3. This is the one simplest ether compound. It is symmetrical as well as this one is an what aliphatic ether. Now here how many carbon atoms are there totally? There are 2 carbon atoms. But in longest chain how many carbon atoms? 1, 2 or 1, 2 we can take? No, because in between oxygen atom is there. Either this carbon atom is numbered as 1 or this carbon atom is numbered as 1. It makes no difference because both are found to be same. If you number this one as number 1, now this oxygen is a part of this alkoxy group. Oxygen is a part of this alkyl group. Oxygen with methyl group is taken as oxygen with methyl group. OCH3 should be considered as methoxy group. Remember, oxygen with the CH3 methoxy. Oxygen with the C2H5 group is taken as what? Ethoxy group. Ethoxy group. Similarly, oxygen with C3H7, if it is there, it is taken as propoxy group. Methoxy is one. Oxygen is present with CH3. Ethoxy, oxygen is present with the C2H5. Propoxy is used when oxygen is present along with the what? C3H7 group. Now here oxygen is present with the CH3 group. So this compound is first named as methoxy. That's what alkoxy. Methyl means methoxy, ethyl means ethoxy, like that. Methoxy. Now forget about this one. How many carbon atom in the longest chain? It is only one carbon atom, so it is meth and single bond A. So that is the alkane part. One part is alkoxy, next part is going to be alkane. IUPAC name is methoxymethyl. What's the common name? Common name is very simple. Two methyl groups are there, so I'll write dimethyl ether. Common name is very simple. It is dimethyl ether name. The name which is written in the bracket is always common name in my class, and where bracket is not mentioned, it is called as IUPAC name of this compound. Is it clear? Okay. Next compound, this is a CH3, next one CH2. It is 4, this is CH2 and this is going to be CH3. Another compound of ether is present. Totally how many carbon atoms are there here? 4 carbon atoms are there. But whether all the 4 carbon atoms is a part of longest chain? No. You have to consider this is the number 1 carbon atom and this is number 2, or this is number 1 and this is number 2. Anyway, both sides it contains 2 carbon atom here and 2 carbon atom here. When these 2 carbon atoms are the part of long chain, now the whole group is going to be taken as alkoxy. O with the CH2CH3 is called as ethoxy. Now this compound is called as ethoxy. Next, how many carbon atoms are there in long chain? 2 carbon atoms are there, so it is eth and single bond it is N. What's the name? Ethoxyethyl. What's the common name? This is ethyl group, this is also ethyl group. When 2 ethyl groups are present, it is diethyl ether. What's the common name? Diethyl ether. You can represent this compound in this way also, that is C2H5. Both are found to be same. No difference. Clear? This is diethyl ether. Commonly diethyl ether, IUPAC name is what? Ethoxyethyl. Alcohols and phenols are quite easy. Some slight difficulties are try to identify that one. If I'll go with number of examples. This is CH3, this is O, next one CH2, next one CH3. Fine. Whether it is symmetrical or unsymmetrical, because both sides different alkyl groups are present. How many carbon atom? Totally 3 carbon atom. How many carbon atom are the part of longest chain here? This side only 1 carbon atom is there, this side 2 carbon atoms are there. So we have to take this is 1 and this is 2. Here 2 carbon atom we have considered. Either these 2 or these 2 makes no difference, because both side equal number of carbon atom, you take any particular side. But in this compound, this side 2 carbon atom, this side 1 carbon atom, so this part is taken as longest chain and this option is a part of this methyl group. What's the name of this compound? It is methoxy, students. Why it is methoxy? Methyl is a part of oxidation, combines with oxygen, methoxy, and longest chain has 2 carbon atom, it is A. Methoxyethyl. That is a IUPAC. What is the common name of this compound? It is called as methyl group, it is called as ethyl group. So first one ethyl group is going to be taken, ethyl, methyl, ether. Why it is called as ethyl? Because of CH5, CH2, CH3. Why it is called as methyl? This is called CH3, and ether is because of central oxidation atom. So that is a common name as well as IUPAC name of that ether. Fine. Number 4, fourth compound if you consider CH3, CH2O, CH2, CH2, CH3. What is the IUPAC name as well as common name of this compound? Similarly, CH3, next one CH2, next one CH2, O, CH2, CH2, CH3, right? Next one CH3, O, CH, CH3, this is CH3. Next one CH3, CH2, O, CH, CH3, this is CH. What are the names of those compounds? If not common name, at least IUPAC name you must be able to write. You take this one, this side 2 carbon atom, this side 3 carbon atoms, so I'll take 1, 2, 3 as the longest chain. Now this group is going to be considered as what group? Ethoxy. Now it is called as ethoxy propane. Very simple. Why it is called as ethoxy? First, C2H5 oxygen is there, that is CH3CH2 and oxygen. Ethoxy just I mentioned here. Propane is because longest chain contains 3 carbon atom. Don't take longest chain from here to here, because You cannot take that one because in between oxygen atom is present. Longest chain has got 3 carbon atom prop and single bond it is going to be propane. What's the common name of this molecule? It is this side ethyl group is this side propyl. Now it is called as ethyl propyl prop. Ethyl propyl ether compound. Ethyl propyl ether. That is a common name of this compound. This compound is next one. This side 3 carbon atom, this side 3 carbon atom. You take any one. It is 1, it is 2, it is 3. Now this group is called as what? Propoxy is there. It is propoxy. Propane. Why it is propane, students? It is propane because longest chain has got 3 carbon atom. Propoxy is because oxygen with the alkyl group with 3 carbon atom. Propoxy, propane. What's the common name of this compound? It is dipropyl. Dipropyl. Why it is diethyl? Two similar ethyl groups are there. Here two similar propyl groups are there. Dipropyl ether. That is the common name of this compound. Right. Now if you observe this compound CH3O, CH3 and CH3 is there. What is the total number of carbon atoms here? This side only one CH3 is there. This side 3 carbon atoms are there. In that case, this should be number 1. It is number 2. This should be taken as number 3. Or this is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. That makes no difference. Now this group is commonly known as what group here? CH3 with oxygen atom. It is methoxy. But methoxy group is present here. You can observe this is also methoxy group. It is present on first carbon atom. So just I have mentioned methoxy methane. But here methoxy group is present at second carbon atom. So we should write this is 2-methoxy. 2-methoxy. Why it is 2 number? It is because second carbon atom methoxy group is there. So 2-methoxy longest chain contain 3 carbon atoms. So it is known as propane. 2-methoxypropane is what? IUPAC name of this compound. What is the common name of this compound? Common name is going to be isopropyl. Why isopropyl? This group is isopropyl. This group is methyl. Isopropyl methyl ether. That is the common name of that ether compound. Similarly, you identify the common name as well as IUPAC name of compound number 7. First, make it fast. What is the common name as well as IUPAC name of that one? Make it fast. Common name as well as IUPAC name. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, R 1, 2, 3. This group is called as what? Here oxygen with CH3 is called methoxy. Oxygen with the C2H5. This is known as ethoxy group. 2-ethoxy. Clear? 2-ethoxypropane. What's the IUPAC name? This is IUPAC name. What's the common name? Common name is this is ethyl. This is isopropyl. It is ethyl first. E alphabet. Isopropyl. Ethyl isopropyl ether. That is the what common name of this compound. Copy it first. We go to next compound. Right? Okay. Next compound number 8. This is 8. CH3. This is oxygen. It is CH double bond CH. Unsaturated ether. These are all saturated ether. This is an example for unsaturated ether. What is the name of this compound? This is number 1. This is number 2. This group is known as what? Methoxy. So just you can write methoxy first. CH3 with oxygen, methoxy. This side, 2 carbon atoms are the ene. Whether it is ane or ene, it is called as ene because of double bond. So it is known as methoxyethene compound. First, methoxy is because of OCH3. Ethene is because of an 2 carbon atom with double bond. What is the common name of this compound? This is methyl. What is the name of this group? CH double bond CH2. This group is called as already I said in haloalkanes. It is called as vinyl group. Vinyl. This is methyl vinyl. methyl, this is going to be vinyl and ether. Methyl vinyl ether compound. That is the what the common name. Methoxyethene is the IUPAC name of this compound. Number 9. CH3. This is O. This is carbon. CH3. Next one CH3. Next one CH3. What is the IUPAC name of this ether? It's an ether. On both sides of ether, two different alkyl groups are present. This is methyl, this is tertiary butyl group. What is the common name as well as IUPAC name of this ether compound? You can write, you can number carbon atom. This side only one carbon atom is going to be there. Naturally, it becomes what methoxy. This is 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can go with any particular way of numbering. Here simply I will take this is 1, this is 2 and this is going to be 3. Now here there is another substrate event is concerned, that is also called as methyl. What is the name of this particular group? On second carbon atom methoxy is the second carbon atom, methyl is the longest and contain 3 carbon atom. So what is the IUPAC name of this compound? It is 2-methoxy first. 2-methoxy. Second carbon atom again methyl group is there, so 2-methyl. 2-methoxy, 2-methyl propane. Why it is propane, students? Longest chain has got 3 carbon atom. 2-methoxy is because of OCH3. 2-methyl is because this carbon, this alkyl group is not having any number 1, 2, 3. If you take 1, 2, 3 here, this becomes an alkyl group. That is also going to be same. What's the common name? This group is called as methyl. This group is called as what? Tertiary butyl. So it is methyl tertiary butyl ether. Methyl tertiary butyl ether, that is an common name of this particular ether compound. Okay, this is one type of ether. Next one, if I take an aromatic compound OCH3, OCH3, this compound is known as methoxybenzene. It is methoxybenzene. Commonly this compound is known as anisole. Remember, anisole is the common name and methoxybenzene is the IUPAC name of that aromatic ether. Why it is called as methoxybenzene? It is called as methoxybenzene. Which group is present with oxygen? Along with oxygen, methyl group is present. So methoxy remaining group is going to be what? Benzene nucleus. Next, number 11. Number 11. This is OC2H5. There it was CH3. Now here it is C2H5. If it is methoxybenzene, so what's the IUPAC name? OCH3 methoxy. But what is OC2H5? It is ethoxy. Ethoxybenzene compound. Ethoxybenzene compound. Commonly this compound is known as phenetol. Common name is what? Phenetol. IUPAC name is ethoxybenzene compound. Right? Next compound. This is OCH3 and double bond here. It's an ether compound. It's not aromatic ether. Totally it is cyclic ether compound is there. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? This should be number 1 between double bond and ether functional. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. On fourth carbon atom there is methoxy group, so I'll write 4-methoxy. What is this one? 4-methoxy. And cyclo, it is cyclo. Total carbon atom is 6 are there. Hex 1e. And here in carbon triple bond, both the carbon atoms should get continuous number. Suppose if the chain is like this, you cannot start the numbering 1 to here, that is going to be incorrect. You have to write 1, 2, 3 as this one. Both the carbon atom of double bond should get continuous number. You cannot come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. This carbon atom, it is wrong. This is both the carbon atom. Either you can write this is number 1 and this is number 1. That makes no difference here. But totally it should be continuous number. Here you cannot write this one as 1 and this one has to, because if you go with this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 number will be there, that is going to be the maximum number. So if you go with this particular way, it is anti-clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4th carbon atom, there is an substituent. So 4-methoxy-cyclohexane, that is an ether compound. IUPAC name of ether. So this is another compound is there. This is OC2H5 is there. Next, it is having double bond. What's the name of this ether? It's an ether compound. What is the IUPAC name of this one? Where I should write first number on this carbon atom? No, double bond is there. Whether this is number 1 or this is number 1. Here number 1, here number 2, this is number 3, 4, and this is 5th. What is the group on third carbon atom? That is ethoxy. 3-ethoxy. Next, cyclohex. Sorry, cyclo. It's not hex. 5 carbon atom chain is there. Cyclopent 1E. So that is the IUPAC name of that particular ether compound. IUPAC name of ether. Next, number 41. If you go with some more aromatic compounds, this is OCH3. Next one, it is NO2. Next, this is OCH3. Next one is methyl CH3. Next one, this is OCH3. And here you can write COCH3. What is COCH3 group? That is ketonic group. What's the name of this particular compound? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is going to be 4 methoxy group and nitro group means here methoxy group is going to be having highest preference. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 nitro anisole compound. This is 4 nitro anisole. When it is called as anisole, anisole is the name. If it is OCH3, this is also OCH3. Now this one is going to be 4-methyl anisole compound. 4-methyl anisole. What is this compound? Here, this is number 1. It is number 2, 3, and 4. It is 4-methoxy. Ketonic group is having maximum priority. 4-methoxy acetophenone. When it is called as acetophenone compound, acetophenone is the name given to the compound containing C. This is double bond O and CH3, that is COCH3. Wherever benzene nucleus with COCH3 is there, it is called as acetophenone, that is a ketonic compound. So this compound is known as 4-methoxy acetophenone compound. Just to copy these ones. 4-methoxy acetophenone compound, right? So this is about nomenclature of these compounds. If at all any required, we will discuss about the nomenclature of cyclic compounds, cyclic ethers. These are all the nomenclature of simple, that is saturated and cyclic ethers are going to be there. We will come across with some of the compounds. CH3CH, this is oxygen and this is oxygen. What is the IUPAC name of this type of compound? It is also an ether compound. It is also an ether. What is the correct IUPAC name of such type of ether, cyclic ether compounds? That we will discuss. Along with that, methods of preparation as well as properties of ethers. Compared to phenols and alcohols, properties of ethers are going to be somewhat less. Methods of preparation also we have got less number of methods of preparation. So tomorrow, after discussion of this nomenclature of cyclic ethers, we will go to what some few examples are there. Next one, methods of preparations of the ether compounds, both aliphatic as well as aromatic ethers. Okay, thank you.